三段的 third paragraph on page 64. 我们是坐火车去的云南. We've learned 是的 pattern before. Here we just have a quickly review. 是的 is frequently used when asking or telling details about the past. This structure can be used to emphasize any detail, but most commonly it emphasizes time, manner, or place. For example, 你是什么时候去云南的？我是去年去的云南。你是怎么去的？我是坐火车去的。or 你是在哪儿出生的？我是在中国出生的。You can emphasize time, manner, or place. 是的 is not generally used for reporting new information. So not new information, but for adding important details. For example, time, manner, place, that make the information clearer. You could think of 是的 as being equivalent to saying one of the following in English. For example, the situation is that, or it is that, or it was that. 好，为了能跟别的旅客练习说中文 in order for being able to practice speaking Chinese with other passengers. 旅客 means passenger, voyager. Usually 旅客 is used in the train station or the airport or bus station when the announcement says that please go to some station. In this context, we use 旅客. So they either go back to home or travel by using train, plane, and bus. However, for tourists, we say 游客. In lesson 12, we've learned another vocab, which is 游客. But for people who traveled, we say 旅客. 好，我们买了硬卧票硬卧票，硬 means hard, stiff. 卧呢 means sleep. You can lie down. 卧 means lie down. 卧铺 is a sleeping bunk on a train. But combine 硬 and 卧 put together, you can just omit 铺. You can say 硬卧 ticket. 硬卧票。好。每个硬卧车厢 means carriage. 硬卧车厢呢，每个房间都没有门。Here, this is the picture of 硬卧车厢. So all this, the picture you showed is one carriage, 一个车厢. And for all these 车厢, there's 1 room, 2 room, 3 room. And for each room, you can see there are 6 beds. On the left, up, middle, and down. 上铺、中铺、下铺。Can say 卧铺, we use 铺上铺、中铺、下铺。On the right, 上铺、中铺、下铺。This is a room, however, it doesn't have door. 每个硬卧车厢的每个房间都没有门，容易找人聊天。Of course, it's easy for you to chat with others. You can go to anywhere to chat if they are willing to chat with you. 好 well, 硬卧 versus 软卧软卧 is usually looks like this. The difference is that each side has 2 beds. So 2 beds on the right, and actually there's the picture doesn't show it, but there are another 2 beds on the left. And you can see there's a door in it, so you can close it. There's another room here, but you can close by using the door. And one carriage maybe have 10 rooms. So there's a difference between 硬卧 and 软卧. And for the up, middle, and the lower one, we can say 上铺、中铺、下铺. Of course, 硬卧 is cheaper and 软卧 is more expensive. 好，我在上铺 so I choose the upper one. 上铺比下铺和中铺安静一点so the upper one is a little bit quieter than the lower one or the middle one. 晚上可以睡个好觉 I can have a good sleep during the night. Here we quickly review the comparative sentence. There are 4 structures. The first one, we learned it in our first year. A, B, B, adjective. But if you want to specify a little bit, we can say 点儿, or much, we can say 的多 or 多了. For example, I'm a little bit taller than her. 我比她高点儿. Another example is 姚明 is much taller than me. We can say 姚明比我高得多, or the same is 姚明比我高多了, means much taller than me. Another pattern is a 没有 be adjective, means I'm not as adjective as be. For example, she's not as tall as me. 她没有我高. That means she's shorter than me. Or I'm not as tall as 姚明. 我没有姚明高. The third pattern is actually very same. It's basically the same as the second pattern, but instead of we say 没有, we say 不如. 不如 is more formal in written Chinese, and we need to use a positive adjective here. For example, 她的成绩 her grade 不如我优秀 is not as excellent as me. Means not as good as me. So 优秀 is a positive adjective. We cannot use negative adjective here. And 不如 is more formal. Last one, we have learned it also in first year Chinese. A 跟 B 一样 or 不一样. You can also use adjective at the end, but this is optional. For example, I'm the same as him. We can say 我跟他一样. But if I want to say I'm as old as him, I'm the same age as him, we can say 我跟他一样大. But if you want to say I'm different from him, we say 我跟他不一样. But if you want to specify it is about height, I'm not in the same height as he is, we can say 我跟他不一样高. Okay, this is a summary of the third paragraph in lesson 13.